Hello everybody, this is Elisha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, because it's not a .com, and this is my logo, Phoenix Rampant or the Phoenix Rising. Doesn't matter what it is, it's still positive. But it does suit the day and age we're in, the Phoenix Rising, which is growing new out of the ashes of the old. And we definitely are doing that. The earth is definitely rising anew. And you go around and point your fingers at all the bad news articles. And I agree. But we're not seeing the positive. We only see the negative because that's all that the news gives us. We don't have the daily, wow, this is positive news. We get the daily, wow, this is horrendous news. And yes, there is a lot of horrendous news. Again, we have to see what we're leaving behind before we can leave it behind, because if it's in our subconscious and we don't acknowledge it, we can't let it go. So we are letting go of a lot of things, and there's people who are demonstrating for or against. And again, their thinking may be a little off, but the fact is they're demonstrating more against war than they are for or against people. And that is the important part. Even if they don't know it, subconsciously, that's what they're doing. And it's important that we recognize that the good is coming up, because like attracts like. If you allow yourself to be positive, if you choose to be positive, it's a thought. It's not, oh, I feel bad, my emotions are running me. You can do that. Or you can choose to say, I feel good. And maybe for 5 seconds you feel good. Then you choose to say again, I feel good. Maybe this time it's 10 seconds. Until it becomes a habit. We're humans. We live on habits. Most of our programming is subliminal or subconscious, and we get into habits. If we allow ourselves to stay in a habit, then it becomes more entrenched and more entrenched. Our thinking goes in patterns. We think the same thought over and over and over again, just like squirrels or chipmunks or whatever. You can stop that thinking by, when you're aware of it, you change it to a never thought. Not something else that you go round and round in, but something. I choose toast. I know it makes everybody laugh, but when you think about toast, what is it? It's brown. Usually it's buttered. Tastes good. You can put jam on it, or honey, or peanut butter, or eggs. What else is there? It's boring. Basically, it's boring. That's why I think about toast, and it stops my thinking. And when my mind starts to rattle along again, toast. Boring. What about it? It works. You can choose whatever you want. A waterfall with unicorns. I don't know. It didn't work well for me, but that's because I'm pragmatic. But if you're not pragmatic, enjoy a unicorn. Maybe fly on a unicorn. Well, Pegasus. But having said that, this is for November 6th, which is today, and 7th, because I didn't do it yesterday. I like having Sunday, Saturday, and Friday off, because I have other things I do, but I try. I always say I'm going to do it on Sunday. I never do, because, well, I did an interactive yesterday, and I'm getting my mojo back, which is kind of exciting for me. I like having my mojo back. So let's start. This is for today and tomorrow, combination of energies. It's predictable. It's the first one is Two of Wands, and I've done pretty darn good in my life, but it's time for a change and time to move up. We have so much support when doing this. We are just overloaded with support right now, and we should be. We're doing something amazing. If you look at yourself and realize we are amazing people. We are amazing human, and I always think of us as maybe ants on the surface of the world, because we're not much bigger than an ant on the surface of the world, or maybe we're even smaller than an ant if we look from space, right? You can't see us. But the ants have a place in the ecosystem. We have a place in the ecosystem. We're doing our job. Whether people tell us we're not or we are, doesn't matter. We are maybe not doing so great in the physical, but we are evolving, and that will wipe out anything that has physical to do with it. I promise you. When we rise up in our thinking, it will change our environment. It will change it physically, it will change it emotionally, and it will change it for the future. All right, which comes to the Queen of Wands. We have ideas that we don't even know we have, because we've come to an end of a cycle. We're going into a new cycle. And the new cycle, again, time is circular. All time is happening now. So this is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is bringing in new knowledge. That's old knowledge, because we're coming around again to the old knowledge. And this is what a lot of us feel, the Seven of Cups. We know there's a way out. We just don't know how to get there. Don't worry about it. Well, first of all, look at your subconscious, clean your subconscious up. But don't worry about how it's going to do. I have been in the spiritual field knowingly since I was 25. I'm 72. I know for a fact that you give it time, you're going to find a way out. I don't have the same problems I had 10 years ago, 25 years ago, or 50 years ago. Though I kind of like to go back 50 years and have some of those problems again. But I am what I am. How do you do this? Today we look subconsciously, we do it in the feminine form, we passive, we let it sit, we let it come to us. Because right now we're plateauing, which is good. That's the energy of the day, is plateau, which means we're integrating. That's why I'm getting back my mojo, because I have started to integrate it. All right, so we have the tools, five of swords. We have the tools. There's a lot happening around us. Just relax into it. We're do it. Keep yourself balanced. We're doing it for our future. We're making our future bright and shiny, I promise you. And live in joy. Joy, and this is not mine, this is Crayon's. He said joy is the way we communicate between us and our maker. And I kind of agree with him. I always say live in joy, right? Joy is a subliminal, a general, I know I'm going to be fine. I have to run now because I have 10 minutes on TikTok. So namaste, namasko, I love you, and you I do love. Bye.